Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Tim Weissman, Jacob Weissman, and we've got another great match to show you guys today. It's from the recent Winter Carter Cup Team World Championships that took place. Team Endgame versus the Heir Apparents, and this is a doubles match between Jacob Munoz and Jacob Weissman versus Colin Cummings and Austin Fernandes. It's a really pivotal. It's a very pivotal match in Carter Cup, and we'll talk about that in the commentary. It went a certain direction, but it didn't look like it was going that direction at first, and I think it made a huge difference. So, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what more there is to say about the match. Yeah, it's a good one. Like I said, it was a key match of the day.
Okay. Other things to talk about with air hockey. What's going on?
Yeah, so Jacob Munoz, my teammate from the Heir Apparents and current number 2 in the world, just challenged Colin Cummings.
Okay.
Number 1 in the world.
Right.
For number 1.
Sure. Okay. And now they've played how many matches? How many challenge matches do you know?
I believe they've only played one challenge match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that Jacob Munoz really wants to beat Colin.
Yes.
He wants to prove to himself that he can be number 1. I mean, he's not the only one that wants to beat Colin. There's a whole slew of people that want to beat Colin, and Colin has been king of the hill for quite some time. So that'll be an exciting match to see. We've got the North Carolina State Championship, which is coming up. I don't think I'll be there, but I'll be watching it if I can. Hopefully you folks out there will get us some good content online that we can watch, and maybe we'll be able to get some to even commentate on. I'm going to see if I can get that. Challenge matches, a lot of challenge matches going on.
There's been a lot of challenge matches going on. I believe we talked about previously how kind of the floodgates of the top 10 had been opened.
Right, so Doug Howard kind of it started with Marcelo Garcia and then Doug Howard, and then it just kind of it spun open from there.
Yeah, and I believe we might have talked about last time, Austin Fernandes took number 10 from Brian Accrocco in a challenge match.
Right.
Well, since then, Chris Gibson has now taken number 10 from Austin Fernandes.
Wow, okay, yeah. Congrats.
Congrats,
that's great.
Big congrats. And so now really, I mean, now I believe Connor Cummings, Colin's younger brother, also,
he's going to be vying for a top 10 spot. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He challenged Chris. So, it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like a free-for-all.
Right.
Well,
and, that's sort of that's a part of the excitement of the challenge match process. I've wanted to do a video on challenge matches for a long time. Maybe we'll do one, but there's just something special about air hockey challenge matches and the opportunity that they offer players to jump up in the sport is pretty cool. You don't see that in many sports. Of course, what I think I mentioned it last time, which is the downside is that people sort of think of the rankings as these are the best players in this specific order, and that's not the way it is.
Right.
If you want to see who are the best players, you need to look at something more, something with more longevity, like a rating like the Mitic rating system, and that's more accurate on the rank ordering of skill level, but it's fun to go and grab the gold of the people above you and take that prize home. So, all right. Well, we've got a great match. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is Tim Weissman. I'm here with
Jacob Weissman
and
Avery Yebernetsky.
That's right. We have a special guest, Avery Yebernetsky, Jacob's childhood friend, best friend, and air hockey compatriot. And we're here to comment on this amazing match at the recent Winter Carter Cup between Team Endgame and the Heir Apparents. This is a match between Jacob Munoz, Jacob Weissman against Colin Cummings and Austin Fernandes to get that prize right there.
Exciting.
That's right. It is. It's thrilling. It's great to see the Carter Cup being played again. And
that was a badass face-off.
the last Carter Cup from the spring was just stellar.
Yeah.
A lot to live up to for this Carter Cup. Now, that was a lost face-off by you, Jacob. What do you think happened there?
1-1.
Austin just hit it straight forward into my goal. It's the same thing they did last Carter Cup that Colin, I think, figured out on me on face-offs.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the only times this happened to me. No?
2-1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it's good that you recognize that, and that that face-off strategy is alive and well in air hockey.
It looked like a cross at the last second there, maybe, from you, Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready? And play.
So what's going on in your mind? Like, just paint a picture here for us. Like,
I I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to be in the zone, trying to focus, just focusing on one position at a time. I mean, I know in general the offense that works against Colin.
Yeah. And this is really where you shine. This is your bread and butter right here.
it's a good delay too.
Yeah, just enough delay. It's like the Goldilocks of delays. It was just right.
Over. Ready?
I like that.
And play.
Disrupting it when they're going slow at the line like that.
Yeah, this is a specific attack that Austin uses against me specifically.
Off.
That he figured out in the weeklies. Would work on me a little
play.
bit.
3-2.
Over there. Sexy.
3-3.
Is that
And that's
under? Yeah.
yeah. And that's take a look at that again, because I think this shot really sort of the tail of the tape a lot of with Colin, especially against Jacob, but I've seen it against a lot of other players.
Yeah.
He really looks like he's about to hit a straight shot.
Yeah, it's really weird because it's like he almost kind of
Well-
hits it off the further back
4-3.
a little bit when he goes for that right
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
Very deceptive.
5-3.
Right. Yeah, from that shot.
That's the same thing almost. It just.
Well, it's straight, but he's also pulling it
Well, it looks like
left,
he's going to
so
go
it looks
right.
like a left wall.
Right. It looks like it's going to be a left wall
Yeah.
under. Yes.
Point 4.
And that
Timeout call.
that shot there, you sort of discovered, I think, in the World Championships.
Texas State. At
Was
the
it
Texas State?
Okay.
Yeah, at the Texas State.
Yeah, and that's been a nice addition to your attack against Colin.
Yeah, it's a
Ready?
good wrinkle,
And play.
definitely. I've noticed that it opens up the cut too
Yeah, yeah.
a lot.
All right, so Team Heir Apparents gets game 1.
Both players ready? When I lift, puck will be in play.
So that happened the first face-off against Austin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this why I don't give y'all good face-offs.
So it looks like you're trying to not let that happen
Yeah.
here against Colin.
It hit me. That's twice.
So for folks who don't know, if a puck flies off on a face-off, you just face it off again.
Yeah.
All right, both players ready. When I lift, puck will be in play.
I think that was a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
Both of those. That was a good block of the right wall under there. I think having your mind set
Ready?
is super important, because if you get any sort of let down in mental focus, it
Right,
really
it just
opens
scores.
up.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, good cut.
Yeah, nice cut.
Good cut
Nice
by
cut.
Austin. You know, more than any other player this entire day, I stepped in front of the camera more, I think, than
Probably.
anyone else.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's the unfortunate part about doubles is, nice, is we have positions that we tend to stand in when we're waiting for our turn.
Yeah,
That we're
yeah.
comfortable with, and that's just one that's hard because of how we record it from this angle.
So basically, anything negative that happens to me is your fault for
That's right.
okay
For
for recording.
recording. That's
Yeah.
right. Because you weren't comfortable in your standing position.
Hoisted by my own petard.
That's right. I hear he's trying the same attack against Munoz.
Yeah. I like this attack for Austin. I find that it helps to get him into the zone. Just as someone kind of watching him.
Nice cut.
Munoz finds that cut.
That's interesting. Munoz was talking to me a while back, and he's saying that his defense reacts a little bit better to slower drifts. So maybe it just doesn't work as well.
A lot of back and forth here. Oh.
It was open.
Ready? And play.
Wow. Oh, that cut would have been open.
Right, he just missed it. Went right in the middle of the goal.
Timeout called.
So notice Jacob, who was not playing, called timeout for Jacob, who is playing. That's legal in this format.
Isn't that legal in doubles always if it's your teammate? If you're the...
You know what? That's an interesting question. I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
That one I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, it did not look good. The setup wasn't there.
Off.
I think it was there. He missed it.
Yeah, he missed it. It was there. I was trying it over there. I missed it. Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah, I just wasn't mentally focused in that. Yeah.
Three.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and that's Munoz's his strength is those touch shots that are super fast.
4-3.
It's a good right wall under.
A lot of power behind it. Seemed like you tried to aim.
Yeah.
Good block.
It's a good get.
Still flip it. Flip. Ready? And play. Timeout called.
Seems like a little bit of nervous energy.
Yeah.
between the two, rushing shots a little bit.
Ready? And play. Four.
Yeah, weird deflection.
It's a good get.
Over.
Yeah. It's a good overcall.
Ready? And play.
Yeah. Good. Oh, wow.
5,
Yeah.
4.
Austin telling Colin to calm down. That's I'm not put I don't even know what to say.
It's unprecedented.
It's unprecedented in all of air hockey history, but nice
Point 4.
right well under there. But it was probably true. Probably needed Colin to get a little focus. Up 6-4, got the puck.
Oh,
5
wow.
points.
Over.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a great over.
Yeah, I would be interested in knowing, and Colin can say whether he intended that to be an over, whether he was going for the under. I know I've gotten many overs that were intended to be unders throughout the years.
Off. Ready? And play.
One of his cuts from far back.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think he needs to do here.
Great get by Colin there.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like Colin was anticipating that a bit.
Point either way.
Just like that, it's 6-6.
Yeah.
Let's see if
Yeah, I'm not executing that cut accurately.
Yeah.
Off.
And then at that point, it's just kind of
And play.
it's a little obvious.
yeah.
And that's the right wall under, the same right wall under.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Take a look
go-to
at it
shot
again.
from Colin, I think, in a 6-6 situation against Jacob.
Yeah. And I knew it. I remember thinking mentally that was the only shot he was possibly going to hit against me, and still.
Yeah, still went through.
Yeah.
So you guys were up 1-0, had the puck at 6-4.
Yeah.
And this is a 2 out of 3. I'm sorry, it's a 3 out of 5 match. So it's a real big swing there.
Ooh. I see Jacob's kind of mimicking a little bit of Colin's right wall there, where he's pulling it a little far to the left and he's executing.
Mm-hmm.
Still good.
Yeah,
Two.
right wall.
Killer.
Timeout called.
So teammate Brian Accrocco called timeout for his team, even though he's not on the table.
It's a good timeout.
Yeah, I
Proud
think
of
it was.
Brian's
Oh,
timeout
yeah.
call.
Absolutely.
Colin's on fire a little bit right now. Starting to
Ready?
ramp up.
And
Well,
play.
yeah, you can't. It's one of the things that Colin is really good at is getting on a roll, and when players don't disrupt it, that's a mistake. You got to do everything you can to slow it down, to impede it, to stop it from continuing.
So
Good
many times.
block by Munoz.
Yeah,
Oh.
so many times too where he almost got that puck back. Just a hair shy of regaining possession of that.
Great cross there.
Yeah, it was just timed really well. The drift was just the right length. Didn't have to be. If it was too much more, it would have been too much.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed about Colin's his offense is he'll hit shot after shot after shot, and the longer it takes for you to get that puck back, the more nervous you start to sit on your defense until he just finally finds a way, finds a lane. Very frustrating. Close. Again, try to get that back. I don't know how many shots Colin has shot so far against Jacob.
Ready? And play.
Colin missing cut. Yeah, and that cross.
Same
So it's
cross.
now. That's
5-0.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's now scored 8. Colin has scored 8 points in a row at this moment.
1-5.
And
was good.
Jacob Weissman stems the bleeding, puts the tourniquet on.
Oh,
It was open.
Point
Nice.
1.
He saw it was open still, so he tried again. Oh,
Point
that was
2.
beautiful. That was like a push cross almost.
7-2.
Yeah, the match momentum really shifted
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
when you guys were at 6-4.
yeah, to now.
Well,
Yeah.
puck will be in play.
Oh yeah, that same. Yeah. That's almost one of those same things with that right wall under, where it's just like a mental focus thing.
1-1.
Right, because you were preparing for it mentally the first time you were facing off against him.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not going to let him do that to me again. But
Yeah.
then, for whatever reason, like you just didn't have it in your head. Then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you went back to whatever was natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, when because I think in air hockey especially,
2-1.
it's good to be able to be in a flow state.
Yeah.
And if the flow state
2-2.
automatically leaves you open to certain shots or weaknesses, it's rough.
Yeah, it's really rough.
3-2.
Looked like a bit of a quasi transition there after the block.
It was a
quick pot shot. I can tell sometimes when someone's really in the game and they block a shot like that and they're just quick to get that puck back. You can tell Colin's really
4-2.
focused right now.
Timeout called.
No, it's a good timeout.
Ready? In play.
Mm.
4-3.
So
yeah.
5-3.
It's hard when you get Colin off the table and then his teammate is
yeah, get you. Yeah.
putting up points.
Yeah.
Ready? In play.
Makes a pretty decent combo too. The speed of their drifts, how different they are, and how it's like a slope, like a changeup in baseball. It can definitely get you.
That over is open.
Yeah, he's just missing it just a little bit there.
4-5.
Couple of flub shots for you guys.
Yeah,
this game.
yeah.
Like, we'll take it.
'em. Give me more.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's the shot he should have used
Yeah.
in that previous game.
If I was Jacob, I'd be slowing down just a little bit, just a hair.
0.5.
Nice.
Point either way.
Shot. You really drew out you froze him. It was a long night for him right here. Look how far to the left of the table you're hitting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured because I'd hit so many left balls against him, if I did that, it would get him. Timeout. Yeah.
Timeout. You can count on this. This is one of the things about Colin is he is predictable in his timeout calls. Not that really matters so much, right? but at least you know that. At least you know he's predictably going to call a timeout. And I guess you could have predicted he was going to hit that shot as well. It's just very hard to block.
Hard to block, especially when you're not able to mentally kind of.
You're going to have to learn how it's released, what it looks like.
Yeah, I was just completely frozen.
So,
Another 6-6
Team Endgame takes the match, 3 games to 1. Colin got on a roll, which I think was the story of that match.
Yeah. The story of that match was, Colin Cummings. That's,
he got on
doing
a roll.
what he does.
Yeah. And let's take a look at some of the stats here. So, Colin scored 9 points against both you guys. You scored a few more points. You scored 6 against him versus Munoz's 4. Munoz definitely has shots that can score on Colin. So I don't know, whether he was just struggling in this match or what. You got your guys' rotation efficiency, which is basically, do you score when you get up on the table, was a little low.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was probably when Colin was going on his 8-point run,
yeah.
which you see down there. And they won 3 out of the 4 face-offs, which you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Yeah.
I would have predicted it the other way. So.
Yeah. Well, and look, all the longest runs on the board, Colin, for his team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see just how many shots between some of these possessions he hits without scoring.
Yeah.
And how that might have stacked up there.
Yeah, well, there you have it, folks. Team Endgame wins that set in the Carter Cup. And we will have more of these matches for you soon. If you like the content, if you're enjoying learning about professional air hockey, please like and subscribe and share the channel with folks. Air hockey's small, but it doesn't have to be. We'll see you next time.